Okay. Welcome to the March 1st meeting of the Board of Contract and Supply. First order of business is approval of the minutes from the February 22nd meeting. Do you have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor? Second order of business, permission to advertise. This is for the 2023 catch basin, manhole and street and utility improvements. Do you have a motion? Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Permission to advertise bids for manhole frames and covers for 2023.
A motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Permission to advertise request for qualifications for City of Binghamton Railroad Bridges visual inspection. This was detailed in a press release issued on Monday on the city's some 28 roughly bridges.
Motion.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Third order of business, change order approval, change order 14 for F.E. Jones Construction. This is Marabito Stadium PDL improvements. This is increase general construction for $7,107 for additional excavation and backfill as part of scoreboard concrete footers. Any questions?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Next is change order number 3, Pitkoski and Son Plumbing and Heating. This is for the new city fire station. This is a no cost change order available for the FDA funds. Field directive allowance. In the amount of $2,670.
The heaters were needed because of permanent power was.
Okay. Any questions for Ron? Do you have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Change order number 6. It's for Vackery Construction for Deco District Streetscape Improvements Phase 1. This is a change order number 6 is for purchase and installation of a new traffic signal controller at Lewis and State Traffic Signal. This will come from the field change items, the amount of $5,298.42. A motion?
Motion.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Fourth order of business, purchase approval. These are 2 as it relates to furniture as required by the New York Mets franchise for players at Marabito Stadium in the clubhouse area. First is the purchase with Syracuse Office Environments under New York State contract. Cost is $7,357.35. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Next is again with this one with Parlor City Upstate Office under New York State contract, cost of $18,091.48. Do we have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have contract approval. This is Clark Companies. Pat, if anyone has any questions, you can answer. This is what we have budgeted for the MacArthur Park Field to create a synthetic turf field using a New York State co-op purchasing network. The cost estimate is $2.1 million. This is available in a capital line that was created this year as part of bonding. Any questions for Pat on this?
I don't have a question for Pat, but Bernice Keystone's part of the, like, the other one we have, okay. I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 6th order of business is contract extension. Polyaluminum hydroxychloride, Holland Company. Jeff?
Yes, the coagulant that we feed has some controls set up by the Department of Health to change this company, even with the price increase. Takes months of testing and approval, prior approval from the health department before we can change companies that supply this. We can go that route if no one wants to go with the price increase. But we would pay it for the next few months while we're doing testing of an alternative source.
Jeff, so are you saying this is like a single source product right now?
It's close to that. It takes, I have to bring in a new chemical and then I have to prove it and I have to prove it through different weather conditions. And then the health department, once I compile enough data, will either approve or deny the transfer to a new chemical type. This is the one chemical that they are pretty restrictive on. So you just can't purchase it anywhere. It has to have a proven track record of being successful in multiple weather conditions and water qualities.
Should we not have a second product that we could go to in an emergency?
There's nothing set up for a.
But shouldn't we do that?
It can be done.
I'm not saying
It
can be done. Shouldn't it be done? Shouldn't we have a second source in case, just say this company lost its caught on fire and you couldn't get this product? What would we do?
we'd have an emergency condition where the rules would be superseded
But
with
isn't,
something that they would approve prior, something that they've known has worked in water quality like we
my
experienced.
point is, shouldn't we have a second product available in case we need it?
We can do that.
think
It's
we should.
nothing we've ever done, but it's something that can be done.
Does the state produce a list of like people who, like, we can't be the only people that use this chemical? Have they approved other people to use other chemicals?
Yes. Yes, but the condition and stipulation is prior testing in multiple conditions.
It would be different for each plant.
So each different for each plant because where they draw their water from.
Yeah,
is different
because
to
of
start
what
with.
works at one plant may not work at
Okay,
another.
I get it.
So you're saying, Jeff, is that, again, to Chuck's point, if the supply chain on this specific one from Holland and Massachusetts went out and we needed to switch providers, we would have to work with the Department of Health under kind of emergency conditions to get the other one, but we could get them if need be.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Next is contract extension with Amrex Chemical. Again, sodium epichlorite. Same situation, Jeff?
This is different. This can be fielded to other places, but there are benefits of using a local distributor for this chemical. It doesn't have a very long shelf life. It begins gassing off a couple of days after you receive an order of it. So its efficiency and its effectiveness degrades over time very quickly. That's one of the benefits of having a local source that has a constant supply of fresh hypochlorite coming in each day. Right now, we're kind of under the market values. The market is crazy right now for this product. One company, Olin, is controlling the East Coast pricing of chlorine. And from what I'm hearing left and right, they're just doing what they want with pricing. There's no competition and no one's putting any restrictions on what they do for pricing. Could this be put out to bid? Yes. But I don't know what kind of price it would come back at. And anyone that comes in too low, I would have to question how. That's the condition we're in. This would be the last year capable. This contract went out for 3 years with 3 extensions. And this is the end of that 6-year run. So this would be the last time we could renew without going to bid if we choose to go to bid, if we choose to renew.
So we'll have to bid this out next year.
And did you say that this is under market for what the market's getting right now?
Continue, no, this price here, it's concurrent with what's going on.
Okay.
But other companies will tend to come in. We don't know the stability of that company. There are some questions. Sometimes there's issues with delivery. Amrex is across the street. I could send a pickup truck and get a barrel of it in a case of an emergency. You know, so there are benefits to sticking with Amrex, but they're not the only game in town. There are other places to sell this. I'm not sure where their prices are gonna be, but I know they're gonna continue to go up regardless of what company we sign on with.
And we have, I don't think we've adopted in the city this value bidding where we can take into account kind of what Jeff is saying, that the fact that we have someone who's local who had what is the value of that as it relates to commodities bidding? I know the county adopted something a couple years ago. Taking into factor that, hey, someone may come in with 10 cents per gallon cheaper, but in the long run, we're going to be left high and dry if there's an emergency.
Mayor, one of the things that I think that Jeff's also talking about here is the strength of the chlorine, and when he receives it, it has to be at a certain strength, and the delivery time can reduce that strength, right?
Delivery time, just storage.
Yep.
I keep it at minimum storage. I have the ability to store it twice as much as I commonly order, but I only order half of it. And they keep a fresh supply coming in. This stuff is very volatile, for lack of a clear explanation, and it just gases off. So the chlorine strength of the solution continually degrades over time. Nothing you can do about that. It's just the nature of the chemical. So having a fresh supply keeps it at full strength. Keeps dosing and everything fairly uniform. Yeah, pretty much.
Mayor, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I think when we do the bid, we should make that part of the bid specs. So you're guaranteed that you're gonna get a delivery in a certain time period, and
That's part of the contract now, that they have to stick with that.
Any other questions? We have a motion,
Motion.
a second,
Second.
all those in favor? Aye. Okay. Next order of business, permission to donate, these 30 steel lockers, as part of a cooperation agreement with a local volunteer ambulance service. These were not going to the new station because we have new lockers. These were located at Court Street. Is that correct, Chief? Okay. So well past their useful life, correct? Okay. The 1970s were able to give them or donate them to a local other ambulance service. And they are able to pick them up on our behalf, so we didn't have to haul anything anywhere. Any questions? We have a motion? Second,
Second.
all those in favor? Aye. Chief? Purchase approval, this is for an AC unit at the senior center, Evans Mechanical. This is pursuant to the current T&M contract. Funding is available in our community development. And Pat, I think this is to get the last room in the building AC, right?
Correct.
Any questions?
quick question, Pat. And Ron, this may be for you on this T&M contract. Can we buy equipment as well as besides it?
Yeah.
Okay. Materials.
Yeah, because most of the time it would involve equipment repairs or whatever, so I would think that would be okay.
Okay.
Questions? We have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. And then likewise, All Phase Electric, $1,104.82. The same work, electrical, same project, pricing pursuant to their T&M contract. We have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Last is purchase approval for Siemens to install UV lighting system in the air handlers at City Hall. The city already has the UV lighting. The project is installation only for a cost of $11,468, which was the lowest of 3 written quotes. Are there any questions? The motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any add-ons? All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.